Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you today? Welcome back to Market Session tonight. So, how was last week? I hope your week ended with P and L positive last week. Okay, please confirm you before we proceed. Confirm clearly. So tonight, as usual, we'll be starting with the news lineup for the week. You see that Monday, no. Okay, so I think we are back. Sorry for the network issue. So, um, like I said, this is USD JPY. We are looking for a buy, but then we cannot just jump into the market and start buying. We need market to retrace to a good place for us to be able to do that. So, let's go to H4. Okay, so sorry for that. So we're just gonna pull this Fibonacci and then all the way up. So I'll be waiting for market to at least come into um, an institutional level that we can work with somewhere around there. There's a fair value gap here, huge one here, you know. So this is an hold that has been taken out, but then this fair value gap is of interest, is of high interest. So let's see what market is going to do. I mean, if we can see a buy from here, it will be a very good buy, a very, very good buy. And then looking at this, once the market give us that clear direction, you know, I love to say that there's nothing wrong with playing in trading against the trend. Just know what you are doing. If you know you are trading against the trend, and you know where market is going or likely going into, you can ride it. You can ride the same way you can ride an impulsive ride, impulsive move. You can also ride a corrective move. It just a little bit. It just requires a little bit more caution and then care. I mean, to be careful. So that's that for Euro JPY. I just wanted to check Euro JPY. I mean Euro USD JPY rather. Sorry. So now starting with Euro JPY, you can see since we broke out of this range, it's been creating a new high all the way. So the closest level to where prices is here, and then that is let's check how many pips away, some 269 pips away, which is not impossible this week. I mean, it's not impossible to close that to 69 pips this week. So it's no a brainer that it's a buy we are looking for. Just going to be careful to pick it at a very good point so that we can enjoy the last lap to this level. You know, we just want to pull this and look at where is price going to retrace back into for us to be able to pick this from a good point. Yes, this is a fair value gap. This one has been closed, but this one was left unattended to, at least till now. So this fair value gap is of interest, but then it can happen. Sorry for that. So checking the DXY index, we'll see that the last few days it has given us a bullish move, both throughout last week, but then it is still on the long run, it is still a bearish. It is still very bearish. So we would always see a impulsive and then a correction. So this looks more like a correction. Let's see where it's likely to end. Let's put this. Okay, let's use this as a where did this ended. This ended on 61.61 level. Then let's look at this. Let's look at this. This ended on 50. So this ended on 50. This one ended on 61. Yes, this ended on 61. Okay, so let's look at this. That is currently on 50, a bit above. So we are likely going to see it return and then go back to what we have seen, because a weaker dollar is the goal this year. Let's even see this. 51 to thereabouts. So it's okay. So between 50 and 61, we should see the DXY retrace and then continue to sell. So between where it is at the moment and here, we should see that happen. Meaning that Monday, which is tomorrow, tonight, stroke tomorrow, there might be a lot of indecision, market telling us where it wants to go, and then from Tuesday we can now start seeing a clear direction, either it's going to continue upside or downside. But then it's easier to continue the trend it was doing from the beginning of the year than to see a total change. So we're just going to be patient and see a clear trigger before we go ahead. You can see there's been a lot of rejection from this area. Came here, rejected, rejected, rejected before this. So it's already rejecting for it to continue to move downwards. Yeah, so that said, let's now go back to Euro USD. So if we see that Euro USD dollar bought, that means Euro USD should sell the last few. So currently, look at this. This makes a very clear direction for the market. We cannot really make anything good out of the last few candles here, the last few price action years. You can see all of those wicks all around. But then, if we cannot make do of the candles are not useful, the structures will be useful. And what do I mean by that? This is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high. There's no lower low, there's no lower high yet. So At best, this is becoming more of a channel that will mean we need to break out of. It's looking more like a channel we need to break out of. And that's what we are going to be looking forward to see. So we are going to be looking forward to see price break out of this channel and then maybe continue downwards or upward. But then, as long as the dollar is strong, as long as the dollar keeps giving us a new high, we will see a new low on Euro USD. It's that simple. But once dollar goes back and then starts selling again, creating a new low, that would start seeing a new high on Euro USD. It is that clear. So let's check gold. Gold. So gold has been buying for the last 3 days, and then we said last week that we are still bullish on gold, and then we are still even bullish till now. So we'll just find a way to have a very safe entry, an entry that can give us a massive upside, basically. So market came down to give us a good entry and then went up. So it is still on the last high, so we cannot make a decision yet. But then, based on the trend and the structures, we are still bullish on gold, and this week is likely to going to be bullish based on the candles that will be printed tonight and tomorrow morning. So that's that. The next one is Bitcoin that has been bullish. This is the talk of the town now. The last few days have been massively bullish for Bitcoin. So there's no point to um, take further time on this. Bitcoin has been bullish, just like I said, the last time we discussed Bitcoin, and then to trade Bitcoin right now, you are most likely going to be looking for a quick way to enter, and then they enter in a safe way. You know, that's what we are going to be looking at. So, we're looking for an institutional level that can bring price down to a point where we can enter and then ride the market or the wave up high there. So I'm not so sure Bitcoin is going to come back to fill this gap. But then if you are able to see any other institutional level, but don't jump on the moving trend. You don't just want to jump on it at the very height of it. You want to see some retracement, or maybe we should even make use of this last move here. So you might just want to make sure that price retraced a little bit so that you can maximize your entry. There's a little fair value gap here too that price could retrace. I mean that can give price, but then whichever way, don't just jump at this point. Find, wait for market to retrace. Market will always give such entry, retrace, and then you can enter. So thank you so much tonight. If there's any other pair you want me to consider, I will just drop it in the chat box, comment section, or on the group. If there's none, I'll call it a day and say, do have a profitable week ahead. But then, lastly, before I go tonight, I posted something on my Instagram page recently. It's a copy service. Now, um, myself and a few people have a way we trade, and then our result has been astonishing. You might check them out in the last class. In the next session, I will be showing the performance in the last few weeks. Let me see if I can do that now without taking much of our time. Um, it's been okay. It's been good month on month. I mean, week on week, day on day, even with all of the issues happening with dollar and all of that, we've been we've been handing each day profitable. So you can join us, just copy our trade, nothing more, nothing less. You're not giving your money to anybody. You are not, you just, I mean, you're not even submitting, you don't even have to submit your trader's account to anybody. Just create an account with Light Forex, a broker with over 20 years experience in Nigeria, and then create an account, and then we give you the log into your account and then copy our trading service and you are good. You don't need anybody to unless you cannot do it, we can guide you on how to do it, but your money is totally in your control. Nobody's going to take your money. You're just going to copy what we are doing on our account and get the same result on your account. And at any point in time you are okay or you are tired of the service, with just one click you can disconnect your account from our account. you know so easy, so simple, totally you are in control. So if you are interested, just DM, I'll put you through, or the team will put you through, and you'll be up and running in no time. So thank you so much, and do have a blessed week ahead. Bye bye.